Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone who made you believe in yourself a little more? Someone whose words, actions, or just the way they carried themselves lit a fire inside you? Maybe it was a teacher, a friend, a mentor, or even a stranger who said the right thing at the right time. That's the power of inspiration. And here's the real truth. You have that power too. You don't have to be rich, famous, or have a big platform to inspire people. Every single day, in the way you live, the way you talk, and the way you treat others, you are either lifting people up or pulling them down. The question is, which one are you doing? See, people don't get inspired by perfection. They get inspired by realness, by people who have been through the fire, made mistakes, fallen down, but still kept going. If you've ever struggled, if you've ever overcome something, if you've ever had to fight for what you have, then you already have a story that can change someone's life. Today, I'm going to show you how to become the kind of person who makes others believe in themselves. The kind of person who, just by being who you are, motivates others to go after their dreams, push through their struggles, and become the best version of themselves. Because the world doesn't just need more success stories, it needs more people willing to inspire them. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to do that. People don't follow words, they follow actions. If you want to inspire others, you have to live in a way that makes them believe change is possible. Your work ethic, your attitude, and the way you treat people will speak louder than anything you say. Think about the people in your life who have made the biggest impact on you. Was it because they gave long speeches or constantly told you what to do? Probably not. It was because of how they lived. It was how they carried themselves every day. It was how they showed you what was possible by leading by example. That's how real inspiration works. Words can be powerful, but actions stick with people. Imagine a leader who constantly preaches about honesty and integrity, yet behind closed doors, they cut corners and make shady deals. Would you be inspired by them? No, because inspiration isn't about what you say, it's about what you show. People watch more than they listen. They notice if you practice what you preach. They notice if you stand by your values when things get tough. And when they see you actually living what you talk about, that's when inspiration happens. This applies to every part of life. Whether you're a parent, a friend, a mentor, or just someone trying to make an impact, the way you show up every single day matters. A child won't grow up learning kindness just because you tell them to be kind. They learn kindness when they see you treating others with respect, even when no one is looking. A young entrepreneur won't be inspired by someone who just talks about hard work. They will be inspired by seeing someone who wakes up every day and grinds, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. Inspiration isn't something you talk about. It's something you prove. And it's not about being perfect. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to be the most successful person in the room. What matters is that you're real, that you're consistent, and that you stand for something. People are drawn to authenticity. They are drawn to those who live with passion and purpose. They want to follow someone who actually walks the walk instead of just talking the talk. Think about someone struggling to believe in themselves. Maybe they don't think they can start that business, chase that dream, or push past a hard time in their life. Now imagine they meet someone who has faced similar struggles but refused to give up. Someone who didn't just say you can do it, but actually showed them through their own life that it's possible. That's the kind of example that sticks with people. That's the kind of example that can change a life. So the question is, what example are you setting? Every day you have an opportunity to be the proof that someone needs. If you want to inspire people to work harder, Show them what hard work looks like. If you want to inspire people to chase their dreams, go after yours with everything you've got. If you want to inspire kindness, start with how you treat people. People don't need another speech. They need to see what's possible through your action. When you live with purpose, when you hold yourself to a high standard, people will feel it. They will respect it, and they will be inspired by it. Because nothing is more powerful than watching someone actually live what they believe. That's what makes people want to do better, be better, and chase something greater for themselves. At the end of the day, inspiration isn't about having the right words, it's about being the right example. Live in a way that makes people believe in themselves, not just in you. Because when they see you push through challenges, when they see you hold on to your values, when they see you fight for something bigger than yourself, that's when they start to believe they can do the same. Everyone has a story, but not everyone shares it. And that's a shame, because your story, your struggles, your victories, your failures, your lessons has the power to change someone's life. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with realness. And the best way to inspire others is to let them see the real you. Think about the people who have inspired you the most. Were they the ones who pretended to have it all together, who made life look effortless, who only shared their highlights? Probably not. The people who truly move us are the ones who let us see behind the curtain, who show us their journey, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's the people who admit, I've been there too, or I struggle just like you, that make us believe we can overcome our own challenges. See, a lot of people think they have to be successful first before they can inspire anyone. They think they need to have millions in the bank, a perfect career, or a flawless life before their story matters. But that's not true. The most powerful stories don't come from the top. They come from the climb. When people see someone who has gone through something real and still made it out on the other side, it gives them hope that they can do the same. So why do we hold back? Why do we keep our struggles to ourselves? It's because we're afraid of judgment, afraid of looking weak, afraid that if people know what we've been through, they'll see us differently. But here's the truth. Your struggles are not your shame. They are your strength. What you've been through, what you've survived, what you've overcome, that's what makes you powerful. And when you share it, you don't just free yourself. You give someone else permission to believe in themselves. There's someone right now who is struggling with something you've already overcome. Maybe it's financial hardship. Maybe it's self-doubt. Maybe it's heartbreak. Maybe it's failure. And they feel like they're alone in it. They feel like no one understands. But if they heard your story, if they knew that you've been where they are, that you've felt what they're feeling, and that you made it through, imagine what that could do for them. Imagine how that could change their mindset, their motivation, their belief in themselves. This isn't about oversharing or putting your whole life out there for the world. It's about choosing to be real in the moments when someone needs it most. It's about saying, hey, I've been there. Let me tell you what I learned. It's about using your experiences not just for yourself, but to lift someone else up. And don't think your story has to be dramatic to be inspiring. You don't need some Hollywood-style comeback tale. Inspiration comes in all forms. Maybe you learned how to keep pushing when life got hard. Maybe you found a way to chase your dreams despite obstacles. Maybe you learned how to believe in yourself when no one else did. Those lessons, no matter how simple they seem to you, could be exactly what someone else needs to hear. But sharing your story isn't just about helping others. It's also about strengthening yourself. When you own your journey, when you acknowledge how far you've come, you start to see your own strength more clearly. You start to recognize that everything you've been through has built you into the person you are today. You stop seeing your past as something to be ashamed of and start seeing it as something to be proud of. And here's the beautiful thing. When you inspire others by sharing your story, it creates a cycle. The people who hear you, who are moved by you, will go on to inspire others with their own stories. One act of courage, one decision to be real can start a chain reaction that reaches further than you ever imagined. So stop thinking you have to wait until you make it to be an inspiration. You already have a story worth sharing. You already have experiences that can change lives. And the moment you decide to own them, to speak them, to use them, not just for yourself, but for the people who need them, you step into something bigger than yourself. You step into real impact. Positivity is a powerful force. It has the ability to change lives, shift perspectives, and bring light into even the darkest of situations. But the problem is many people don't realize just how much their energy affects the people around them. Whether you know it or not, your attitude, your words, and your mindset are shaping the experiences of the people you come into contact with every single day. If you want to inspire others, you have to be intentional about bringing positive energy into every space you step into. Think about the people in your life who you enjoy being around. What makes them special? What makes them stand out? It's not just what they say, it's how they make you feel. Some people walk into a room and the energy shifts immediately. They bring warmth, encouragement, and motivation. They uplift others without even trying. That's because they've made a habit of showing up with positivity, no matter what's happening in their own lives. And the truth is, you can be that person too. See, positivity isn't about ignoring reality or pretending that bad things don't happen. Life is hard sometimes. We all go through struggles. We all have bad days. But being positive isn't about being fake. It's about choosing to focus on what you can control. It's about deciding that no matter what life throws your way, you're going to show up with a mindset that builds instead of one that destroys. And that choice doesn't just benefit you, it benefits everyone who crosses your path. When you walk into a room, your energy speaks before you do. If you come in defeated, bitter, or frustrated, people can feel it, and that energy spreads. But if you come in with confidence, with kindness, with hope, people feel that too, and it lifts them up. That's why inspiring others starts with mastering your own mindset. It's about choosing to be someone who radiates encouragement, someone who people can look to when they need a reminder that things can get better. The key is to be intentional. Make it a daily habit to bring positivity into the lives of others. When you greet people, make eye contact, smile, speak life into them, encourage them. If someone is struggling, don't just brush it off. Offer them a kind word, a listening ear, or a moment of your time. These small things might seem insignificant, but to someone who's having a rough day, they can be everything. And don't think for a second that you need to be loud or extroverted to have an impact. You don't need to be the most outgoing person in the room to spread positivity. Sometimes the most powerful form of encouragement is simply showing up for people, being consistent, being kind, being reliable. There's power in being someone people can count on to bring light into their lives. Another important thing to remember is that positivity is contagious. The more you put it out into the world, the more it comes back to you. People mirror the energy they receive. If you make it a habit to encourage others, to celebrate their wins, to lift them up when they're down, you'll find that people will start doing the same for you. That's how you create an environment where everyone thrives, by making the decision to be a source of light, even when it's easier to stay in the dark. Now, I'm not saying it's always easy. Life will test you. People will challenge you. Some days you won't feel like being positive at all, but those are the moments when it matters most. It's easy to bring good energy when things are going well, but real inspiration comes from the people who keep showing up with positivity even when life is tough. That's what makes the difference. That's what people remember. You never know who's watching you. You never know who's looking up to you, who's being encouraged just by the way you handle life's challenges, the way you carry yourself, the attitude you bring, the way you treat people. It all matters more than you think. And when you commit to being someone who chooses positivity, even in difficult moments, you give others permission to do the same. So be that person. Be the one who walks into a room and makes people feel lighter instead of heavier. Be the one who speaks life instead of doubt. Be the one who reminds others that things can get better, that hope is real, and that they are capable of more than they believe. Because at the end of the day, inspiring others isn't about having all the right words or the perfect advice. It's about the energy you bring, the light you share, and the impact you leave on the people around you. Kindness is one of the most powerful ways to inspire others, yet it is often overlooked. Many people think that to inspire someone, they have to do something grand, like give a speech, accomplish something extraordinary, or lead a movement. But the truth is, inspiration often comes in the smallest, simplest acts of kindness that remind people of their own worth, their own strength, and the goodness in the world. Kindness has the ability to change a person's entire day, sometimes even their entire outlook on life. And the best part, it doesn't cost a thing. The world can be a tough place. People are constantly dealing with stress, pain, and personal struggles that you may never see or hear about. You never know what someone is going through, and that's why kindness matters. A kind word, a small gesture, or simply treating someone with respect can make all the difference. It might seem like a small thing to you, but to the person receiving it, it could be the one thing that keeps them going. Think about a time when someone's kindness made a difference in your life. Maybe it was a stranger who gave you a compliment when you were feeling down. Maybe it was a friend who listened to you when you needed to talk. Maybe it was someone who helped you in a moment of need when you least expected it. Whatever it was, you probably remember how it made you feel. That's the power of kindness. It stays with people. It leaves a mark. One of the easiest ways to inspire others through kindness is to simply acknowledge people. In today's world, so many people feel invisible. They go through their days feeling unnoticed, unappreciated, and undervalued. A simple good morning to a coworker, a thank you to a waiter, or a compliment to a stranger can break that cycle. It tells people, I see you, you matter. And that alone can be incredibly powerful. Kindness is also about patience. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has bad days. Sometimes the best way to be kind is to choose patience instead of frustration, to choose understanding instead of judgment. When someone is rude to you, it's easy to snap back. But what if, instead of reacting with anger, you responded with kindness? What if, instead of assuming the worst, you gave them grace? That one moment of kindness could be the thing that shifts their entire attitude, not just toward you, but toward the next person they interact with. One of the most inspiring acts of kindness is simply being there for people, showing up, offering support, checking in on someone just to see how they're doing. In a world where so many people feel alone, your kindness can be the reminder that they are not. It doesn't have to be something big, a text message, a phone call, a few words of encouragement. These little things can have a big impact. Another way to inspire through kindness is by giving without expecting anything in return. Too often, people only show kindness when they think they'll get something back. But true kindness is given freely without conditions. It's holding the door open for someone, helping a neighbor carry their groceries, or simply offering a smile without needing a thank you in return. When people see that kind of kindness, it reminds them that goodness still exists in the world. And that reminder alone can be life-changing. Kindness isn't just about how you treat strangers or acquaintances. It's also about how you treat the people closest to you. Sometimes we take our loved ones for granted. We assume they know we appreciate them, so we don't always say it. But telling your family and friends that you love them, that you appreciate them, that you're grateful for them, that's kindness too. It strengthens relationships, deepens connections, and inspires others to do the same. The most beautiful thing about kindness is that it spreads. When you show kindness to someone, they are more likely to pass it on. It creates a ripple effect. One small act of kindness can lead to another and another until it reaches people you've never even met. That's the true power of kindness. It doesn't stop with you. It moves through you and keeps going, inspiring more and more people along the way. At the end of the day, kindness is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to inspire those around you. It doesn't require money, fame, or special skills. It just requires a heart that cares, a willingness to act, and the understanding that even the smallest act of kindness can make a big difference. So choose to be kind, not just when it's easy, but every single day, because the world needs more of it, and you have the power to be the one who spreads it. Leading by example is one of the most powerful ways to inspire those around you. People don't just listen to what you say, they watch what you do. Your actions, your attitude, and the way you carry yourself speak louder than any words ever could. When you consistently show up, work hard, treat people with kindness, and handle challenges with grace, you naturally motivate others to do the same. You don't have to give speeches or try to convince anyone. Your life becomes the message. Think about the people who inspire you. Chances are it's not just because of what they've said, it's because of how they lived. Maybe someone in your family who never gave up despite facing obstacles. Maybe it's a mentor who worked hard, stayed true to their values, and led with integrity. Or maybe it's someone who always treats others with kindness, no matter the situation. Their actions inspire you because they prove that greatness isn't just talked about, it's lived. When you lead by example, you show people what's possible. If you want to inspire others to be disciplined, show them discipline in your own life. If you want to encourage positivity, let them see you finding the good in every situation. If you want to motivate people to chase their dreams, let them watch you chase yours with passion and determination. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be real, consistent, and committed to becoming the best version of yourself. One of the most important things about leading by example is staying true to your values. In life, you will face moments where it's easier to take shortcuts, compromise your integrity, or follow the crowd. But when you stand firm in your principles, you set a standard for others. People respect those who stick to their morals, even when it's hard. And when they see you making the right choices, even in difficult situations, it encourages them to do the same. Another powerful way to lead by example is through your work ethic. Whether you're an employee, a business owner, a parent, or a student, the way you approach your work sets a tone for those around you. If you show up every day ready to give your best, people will notice. If you stay disciplined, focused, and dedicated, others will feel inspired to do the same. Your commitment to excellence creates an atmosphere where people want to push themselves higher. But leading by example isn't just about work, it's also about how you handle adversity. Everyone faces challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. The way you respond to those moments can inspire or discourage the people around you. If you fall apart and give up every time things get tough, people will see that and assume it's okay to do the same. But if you push through, keep a positive attitude, and find solutions instead of excuses, you'll inspire others to adopt that same mindset. Your relationships also play a big role in leading by example. How you treat people, your family, your friends, your coworkers, even strangers, sends a message to those around you. Are you respectful? Do you listen? Do you show appreciation? Do you lift people up instead of tearing them down? When others see you treating people with kindness, patience, and respect, it challenges them to do the same. Your behavior becomes a model for the kind of relationships they should strive for. One of the most overlooked aspects of leading by example is emotional strength. In a world where negativity is everywhere, being someone who stays calm, hopeful, and solution-focused is a rare and powerful thing. If you're constantly complaining, doubting yourself, or dwelling on the negative, that energy spreads. But if you stay optimistic, find the silver lining, and keep moving forward, you become a source of strength for others. Leadership isn't about a title or a position. It's about influence. You don't need to be in charge of a company or have a big platform to lead by example. Every single day, in your own way, you influence the people around you. Your kids are watching you, your coworkers are watching you, your friends and even strangers are picking up on your energy, your habits, and your attitude. When you make the choice to be a leader in your own life, you naturally inspire others to rise with you. One of the most inspiring things you can do is keep growing. Never stop learning, improving, and pushing yourself to be better. People are inspired by those who refuse to settle, who keep striving for more, who continue to develop themselves no matter how much success they achieve. When others see you investing in yourself, reading, learning new skills, stepping outside your comfort zone, they are encouraged to do the same. At the end of the day, leading by example is about living in a way that makes people want to be better. It's about showing them through your actions that greatness is possible. It's about proving that honesty, hard work, kindness, and perseverance still matter. You may never know who is watching, who is learning from you, or who is being inspired by you. But when you live with integrity, purpose, and passion, your influence will extend far beyond what you can see. Spreading positivity is one of the most powerful ways to inspire the people around you. In a world filled with negativity, doubt, and stress, being a source of encouragement and light can change someone's day, and sometimes even their life. Positivity isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on solutions, looking for the good, and lifting people up instead of tearing them down. It's about being the kind of person people want to be around because your energy makes them feel hopeful, motivated, and valued. The way you speak to people has a huge impact on their mindset. Words carry power, and the things you say can either build people up or break them down. If you constantly criticize, complain, or point out what's wrong, you drain the energy out of those around you. But if you encourage, compliment, and remind people of their potential, you give them the confidence to keep going. Something as simple as telling someone, "I believe in you," "You've got this," or "You're doing great," can be the push they need to keep moving forward. You never know what battles people are fighting, and sometimes your words can be the light in their darkest moments. But positivity isn't just about what you say, it's also about what you do. Your attitude and actions influence everyone around you. When you walk into a room with a smile, a good attitude, and a willingness to help, you create a better environment. People naturally gravitate toward those who bring good energy, whether it's at work, at home, or in everyday interactions. The way you carry yourself sets a tone. If you show kindness, patience, and gratitude, others will feel that and often reflect it back. One of the biggest ways to spread positivity is by being someone who celebrates others. Too often, people get caught up in comparison, jealousy, or negativity. But when you're the type of person who claps when others win, who supports people when they succeed, and who genuinely wants to see people do well, you create a culture of encouragement. People remember those who made them feel seen, valued, and appreciated. Instead of tearing people down or competing with them, be someone who lifts them up. Their success doesn't take away from yours. In fact, celebrating others creates stronger connections and builds a community of support. Another key to spreading positivity is practicing gratitude. When you focus on what's good in your life, it shifts your entire perspective. Gratitude isn't about ignoring struggles. It's about choosing to see the blessings even in the middle of them. When people see you staying thankful, even when things aren't perfect, it inspires them to do the same. Gratitude creates joy, and joy is contagious. When you're grateful, you naturally bring more positive energy into every space you enter. You remind people that even in tough times, there's always something to be thankful for. Your mindset plays a big role in how much positivity you spread. If you always focus on what's wrong, complaining, or expecting the worst, that energy spreads. But when you train yourself to look for solutions, to find the lesson in struggles, and to approach life with optimism, you set an example for others. This doesn't mean pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means choosing to believe that no matter what happens, you have the strength to get through it. People are inspired by those who face challenges with resilience and a positive outlook. Sometimes the best way to spread positivity is simply by being there for someone. People don't always need advice or solutions. They just need someone who listens, who cares, and who makes them feel understood. Taking the time to check in on people, ask how they're doing, and offer a kind word can make all the difference. A simple "I'm thinking about you" or "I appreciate you" can brighten someone's day more than you realize. Your actions have a ripple effect. When you choose to spread positivity, it doesn't just affect the people you interact with, it spreads beyond that. The person you encourage today may go on to encourage someone else tomorrow. The kindness you show to one person might inspire them to do the same for another. Your positivity can start a chain reaction that reaches further than you'll ever know. It's also important to protect your own positivity. Not everyone will appreciate your good energy, and some people will try to bring you down. You can't control how others act, but you can control how you respond. Don't let negative people steal your joy or stop you from being a light. Set boundaries, surround yourself with uplifting people, and keep focusing on what's good. Your positivity is a gift. Don't let anyone take it from you. At the end of the day, spreading positivity is about making the world a little better, one interaction at a time. You don't have to be famous, rich, or in a position of power to make a difference. Every smile, every kind word, every moment of encouragement matters. You never know whose life you might change. Just by choosing to be a source of light in a world that can sometimes feel dark. So keep spreading positivity, keep lifting people up, and keep being the kind of person who makes others believe in the good.